You ever been in that moment when you see someone pull out their phone while police are talking to them and you think, wait, can they actually do that? Can you legally record the police in the US? That's what we're unpacking today. No drama, no guessing, just the real truth about your rights and what that camera in your hand really means. Welcome back to Justice Echo AI. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, is Mark, our resident legal mind who helps us navigate these complex, real-world questions.
Hey Ryan, always good to be here. And you're right, this is one of those topics that gets people in trouble simply because they don't know the rules. Recording the police feels empowering, like you're protecting yourself, but there's a line between exercising your rights and obstructing theirs.
Exactly. And the truth is, a lot of people pull out their phones in the heat of the moment. Maybe the police stopped them, or they're watching someone else being questioned. The instinct is to hit record, partly for safety, partly for proof. But Mark, let's start simple. Is it actually legal to record the police in the US?
Generally, yes. The short answer is that you do have the right to record law enforcement officers when they're performing their duties in public. That right comes from the First Amendment, freedom of speech and freedom of the press. Courts have recognized that citizens can document public officials in public spaces. So the right exists, but it's not unlimited. Exactly. It's not a do whatever you want right. You can't interfere, you can't obstruct, and you can't put anyone in danger. Recording is protected, but how you record can make all the difference between staying safe and ending up in handcuffs.
Let's dig deeper. When you say the First Amendment protects it, is that a national standard?
In principle, yes. Federal courts across the country have consistently ruled that recording public officials, including police, is a protected form of expression. The logic is that citizens play a vital role in holding the government accountable. Videos from bystanders have changed entire cases, sparked reforms, and exposed misconduct. Right, we've all seen those moments. Recordings have literally rewritten the story in many incidents. Exactly. But remember, those protections apply when you're in a public space and not interfering with police duties. If you're on a sidewalk, in a park, or even in your car during a stop, you generally can record. But if you're trespassing, or in a private location without permission, that's different.
Let's talk about behavior then. Suppose an officer tells someone, "Stop recording me." What should they do?
Good question. First, stay calm. You don't want to escalate. You can respectfully say something like, "Officer, I'm not interfering. I'm just recording for my safety." That's usually enough. The key is your distance and demeanor. Don't follow them too closely, don't block their movements, and don't shove your phone in their face.
So it's not about the act of recording, it's about how you do it.
Exactly. The moment your recording becomes a distraction or physical obstruction, it stops being protected behavior.
And what about during a traffic stop? People often think if they're the one being pulled over, they can't record.
Actually, they can, as long as it's safe. You can keep your phone on the dash or even use a mounted camera. Just don't reach suddenly for it or make movements that could be seen as threatening. Tell the officer you're recording for your safety. Transparency helps.
Let's touch on something people don't realize. There's a difference between recording publicly and recording audio conversations. Some states have what they call two-party consent laws for audio.
Right. That's a good point.
While video recording public officials is broadly protected, audio recording laws vary by state. Some states require consent from all parties before you record a conversation. But even then, most courts say those laws don't apply when you're recording public officials doing their job in public. Still, if you're unsure, stick to visible, open recording. No hidden devices. Transparency protects you legally and ethically. Let's walk through a few situations. Say I'm standing on a sidewalk and see police questioning someone. I start recording from 15 feet away. Quiet, not interfering. Legal? Yes, completely legal. You're in a public place, documenting public activity. That's exactly what's protected. Okay, now, say the officer notices and says, "Put the phone away or I'll arrest you." That's where it gets tricky. The courts say police cannot lawfully order you to stop recording if you're not interfering. However, in real life, refusing a direct order can escalate fast. The safest move? Stay calm, don't argue, and ask, am I being detained or am I free to go? Record the interaction clearly, but respectfully. Your goal is to document, not to win an argument on the street. That's such a key point. People forget it's not about proving a point right there, it's about protecting yourself for later. Exactly. You can always challenge misconduct through legal channels later. In the moment, your safety comes first.
There's something powerful about this, that ordinary people with phones have become part of accountability.
Absolutely. In the last decade, so many cases have been shaped by citizen videos. It's not anti-police, it's pro-transparency. Most good officers actually support body cams and public recording because it helps clear them of false accusations too.
That's an important perspective. It's not us versus them, it's about truth.
Exactly. Recording helps everyone. It keeps everyone honest. When both sides know the camera is running, people behave better.
Let's give our listeners some practical advice. If someone's going to record, what should they keep in mind?
Here are a few golden rules. Number 1, keep distance. Stay far enough not to interfere. Number 2, stay silent if necessary. Don't argue, don't shout. Number 3, hold your phone steady and visible. No sudden moves. Number 4, if asked, calmly state, I'm exercising my right to record in a public place. And number 5, never resist or run. Even if you're right legally, physical resistance will only hurt you.
That's solid. I'd add one more. If possible, back up your video immediately. Send it to cloud storage or a trusted contact in case your phone is confiscated or damaged.
Exactly. You'd be surprised how often key evidence disappears because someone loses their device or it gets wiped.
You know, Mark, one thing I always think about is the emotional side. When you're in that moment, seeing flashing lights, tension rising, your instinct is fear, not legal reasoning.
That's true. And that's why preparation matters. When you understand your rights beforehand, you're less likely to panic. Recording should never be about confrontation. It's about protection and accountability. If more people approached it calmly, fewer encounters would spiral out of control.
Right. And this is what we always say on this channel. The law exists to protect, but you have to know it to use it.
Exactly. Awareness is your first defense.
Let's be fair, too. Some people abuse this right. They provoke officers just to get viral videos.
Unfortunately, yes. And that hurts everyone. Recording responsibly means respecting the moment, not turning it into a show. If you're truly standing for justice, then act like it. Calm, respectful, informed. Well said. The camera's a tool for truth, not for fame. Exactly. And remember, laws evolve. Always stay updated on local regulations and keep learning.
So, to wrap this up, can you record the police in the US? Yes, absolutely, but do it the right way, calmly, safely, and respectfully.
That's it. Know your rights, use them wisely, and remember that accountability works both ways.
Beautifully said. If you found this conversation helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because legal knowledge doesn't just protect you, it protects everyone.
Thanks for tuning in to Justice Echo AI. Until next time, stay aware, stay safe, and stay empowered.